So my daughter got to me, and now I'm beautiful. All right, let's try to finish this up before the day rolls over. So December, December 2020. Honestly, not a lot happens unless you're in Madagascar or South Sudan. Even then, it's probably business as usual, to be honest. So, it's Christmas time in CERN. Everything's. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me in October, dreading the eventual release of Mariah Carey Christmas music out from the whatever containment facility they keep it in for the rest of the year. But it's it seems really strong in CERN. And even the people on the other side seem to notice it's like really oppressive. And general consensus is like everybody's just after whatever it is that happened on the 22nd of November, everybody's just done. Everybody kind of lost their minds a little bit, and they're done. They're done. They want to forget about it for a while, and they can, because the only alien things are in several pieces, and nothing else is showing up until February, so whatever. Gonna have Christmas parties, gonna buy a whole bunch of stuff. The Russian war in Ukraine is kind of off for the moment, or at least it's not in the news as much. And maybe that was going to happen anyway because of winter, but who knows? I guess. No kidding. That's actually kind of like an experiment. Like, we get to find out. And they don't. That is really weird to think about. That's like an actual sort of proper experiment, almost. At least a lot closer than you ever get. So anyway, coups, military coups. There are a couple that happened in December. The first one, I didn't find out, or I mean, I scroll around through the dates looking for interesting things, so I don't go in order anyway. But turns out on the 4th of December, Madagascar, of all places, has a military coup that overthrows the government and, does coup stuff. Woo! But, oh yeah, there's one in the back here. Feels weird. Every time I move my head, I feel it. Anyway, where was I? Yes, violent coups. So, Madagascar overthrows the government. Okay, that's kind of strange, but what was particularly noteworthy about it is that they claimed that they were inspired by humanity first. Yeah, I don't buy it. Um, I mean, people look for excuses to do this sort of thing. I mean, authoritarians, like, they want power, they'll use excuses to get it, you know, whatever. Um, Whatever. But it does kind of indicate that it's turning into a global thing, even if it's a scapegoat, and it is being used as a scapegoat. Like the midterms happened, the previous month. I didn't talk about it because whatever. And the Republicans, I don't know. Whoever's listening to this, I mean, like, you can follow politics or not. I don't care, but like, the pattern is that in the midterms usually the Congress tends to flip away from whatever party the president is that got put into power. So whatever. But same thing happened. Like, but the new scapegoat is humanity first. And people are complaining about, I mean, it's the same kind of thing they complained about, that people would complain about America in American politics recently, but the flavors changed. It's the same sort of points, but the flavors changed. So it's changed to humanity first, or the new sort of Nazis and stuff. So, so instead of throwing around those labels, people are being labeled as, well, you're one of the humanity first people, whether it's appropriate or not. So there are a couple coups though. Madagascar's one. South Sudan is one, and it happens right after Christmas. I think there's another one too. I'll have to look it up later. I can't look it up right now. Or can I? Nicaragua, I think, did turn out to be firstest a guerrilla group that had been around previously, but wasn't. Jeez, what is this thing? But it's now flying the first the humanity the fist flag, the hand flag, whatever. So there's that. So I don't know. It's going around, but mostly everybody's trying to unwind, chill, forget about things. The U.S. is going through a weird transition where it's like I'm seeing this sort of sense that the world is changing and the political parties are not changing with it. They're still being led. I mean, it's like, okay, just the names, like, Biden's still president. Nancy Pelosi is still in Congress. So is, Mitch McConnell, like, both sides of the aisle. Like, everybody's old. Like really old. There's anticipation that Trump's running for the Republican ticket in 2024. Everyone is old. And the parties feel old and unresponsive. And people seem to be like, yeah, but this world is like really changed. So what are you boomers gonna do about aliens? I don't know. Nothing yet. I mean, the politics isn't changing yet. least I don't see it. Like, I mean, there's a little bit of talk about like a third party and stuff like that, but there's always talk of a third party. I mean, there's the libertarians, the Greens. I mean, even in American politics, but they just never get any traction. The one thing that did seem to happen was that the Organization of U.S. Governors, a thing. I think I knew that at one point, but I'd kind of forgotten about it. Had their sort of annual meeting or whatever, and they decided that they needed to really focus on the alien question and the humanity first issues. It's actually how I learned about the coup in Madagascar, because I certainly didn't see that in chronological order. But the the humanity first stuff is sort of taking off, and the governors are a little concerned about that, but the general consensus is that the parties aren't responding well, and the governors are kind of stepping into that vacuum a little bit. It doesn't look like the U.S. system is changing that much, but whatever. But yeah, that's basically December. It's stress relief, really. It's trying to come to terms with whatever happened in November and prepare for what's going to happen in February. So, tomorrow, I guess, I expect to see what's happening in the new year. So, I'll be back again in the reception spot and see what's going on then.